usual, we discuss national politics, and the political scene is getting more interesting under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is just 2 months shy, about 2 months into his administration. In May 29th, he was inaugurated as the new president of Nigeria. We're still in the month of July. We're seeing a lot of fireworks happening. The political system is tensed and is very dynamic. That is a good sign in our politics, irrespective of the news we hear. Well, that's what we'll be talking about today. Not the political scene, but something in particular. And before we go into that, let's invite you to all our social media handles. It's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or YouTube. Asking you to take a step further. At First News Nation, enable notifications on all these platforms. So every time we have a new show, you will know. Don't forget, it's at First News Nation. I, of course, am Sammy Ajufo. Thanks for joining us. Let's go straight into the meat of the matter. Today, the ministerial list, this all-important ministerial list. I remember in the year 2015, President Muhammadu Buhari was supposed to pick his ministers, and it took him months to do that, almost 6 months or more. I don't remember how many, but around 6 months, President Buhari was trying to find angels to be his cabinet member as well. That's the difference between President Buhari and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. In just 2 months, President Tinubu is ready, or so we think, with his presidential cabinet list. Now, it's possible that he might appoint them in the next few days because, you know, it will have to go to the National Assembly for approval and then screening and all that. But it's a very strong departure, very hard break from what happened under the President Buhari administration. Yes, so some time ago in one of our episodes, we talked about the fact that President Tinubu's administration is the administration that has the highest number of ex-governors, talking from President Tinubu himself, talking about his vice president, who was governor of Borno State, talking about the secretary to the government of the Federation, who was the governor of Benue State, talking about going down, let's go into the Senate. We have the Senate president, who was the former governor of Akwa Ibom State. And it looks like the possible thing that will happen in President Tinubu's cabinet is that we're going to have a lot of governors there. There are names that have been bandied around. Names, a list have come out from left, right, and center. Are these lists authentic is what we don't know at this moment. So what is that list going to look like? Number one, the list is going to be as bloated as President Buhari's list. From 2019 to 2023, President Buhari appointed 44 ministers, But it seems President Tinubu is just going to go ahead with 42 ministers. That's probably a difference. But there are going to be a lot of special advisors, SAs, all of them, but 42 ministers. And it's also possible from what we hear that the position of Minister of State might be scrapped. So there will be no Minister of State again. So what is going to replace them, we don't know. But we're going to watch and see how that pans out. So there's a possibility that 5 ex-governors will be on President Tinubu's list. There's also rumors that this list will be, or if the cabinet comes out as what is being rumored, that is going to be a cabinet of political unity, which means we are going to be seeing names from both PDP and APC and possibly sprinkling of other political parties. There's going to be a handshake because President Tinubu is one who knows how to do political alliances. So there's also a possibility that we're going to see people, strong names, politicians, former governors, men of political weight from both PDP and APC joining the cabinet. So PDP hasn't said anything about it. APC has also not said anything about it. So it's very strong, that possibility. 20 days left after the 60 days mandatory given by the Constitution to any administration to form a cabinet. We have 20 days left, and President Tinubu will be required to fill up his cabinet and present those names as soon as possible. Now, names that we were not surprised to hear, former governor of Kaduna State, yes, El-Rufai, might also be on that list. A very strong possibility. He might be, what portfolio he might be handling, we don't know as of yet. We're also looking at other governors like former governor of Kano State, Omar Ganduje, will also be on that list. It's a no-brainer. He's supposed to be on that list. We're looking at Atiku Bagudu, might also be on that list. We're also looking at Kayode Fayemi, very strong possibility, I'm thinking that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs will be a strong forte for him because, he has a very strong hand in that area. Other people might be switching from the Senate. This is a bit surprising to me. You just got inaugurated as a senator, and you're going to move from being a senator to be a minister. Which of them is bigger? Which of them is more? Is it a minister or a senator? I would think you should just stay in the Senate, irrespective of what happens. Senate looks more likely than minister, but there's a possibility, according to the news we're hearing, that we might have some people move from inaugurated Senate into being ministers. One of those names, the former governor of Edo State, former chairman of APC, I'm talking about Comrade Adams Oshomola. There's a possibility, and he's a first-time senator. Well, this is not the first time this has happened. Remember, the current Senate president, yes, His Excellency Obong Akpabio was also a first-time senator, and then he became a minister of Niger Delta Affairs. So in politics, you might not be so sure. This might happen, or it might not. Presidential spokesperson said something which I want you to think about. He said, and I quote, "A month maximum is enough for any serious government to form its cabinet and put a structure in place." Listen to that again. A month maximum is more than enough for any serious government to form a cabinet. Is this a shade at the previous administration, who took almost half a year to find it? Is this a subtle shade at the Buhari administration? I think he might have said it not knowing it is, but I think it is a shade at Buhari's administration. He said it takes 1 month maximum for any serious administration to pick a cabinet, and President Tinubu is not wasting time. Of course, constitutionally, the president is required to pick members of his cabinet from different states. So all the 36 states of Nigeria will be represented on that cabinet for whatever portfolio the president deems fit to assign them. But from Enugu State, let's look at the G5 governments. I think Nyesom Wike might be a minister. Even though he denied it in a BBC interview, they give it to you, you take it. It will be the second time he's been a minister, or maybe the third time. He was a minister of state and then a minister of education. So I don't doubt the fact that. So I think from the G5, 2 people will benefit more. Number one, Nyesom Wike. Even though the Rivers APC has said it's blatant lies, they have not put Nyesom Wike's name. But you see, let's also look at the fact that if President Tinubu will be looking across the aisle, a handshake across the political divide, he might pick Nyesom Wike out of PDP, not out of the All Progressives Congress. Who is the second person? I shock you to know. I think former governor of Enugu State. No, not Chimaroke Nnamani. Yes, Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi. It's very likely that he might get a ministerial slot. If he doesn't, maybe ambassadorial. But I think he will get a ministerial slot. Of what, I don't know, but I just feel it will happen. Now, if you have 42 ministers, and there were also talks about the president trying to squeeze down the number of ministries, it's not really possible, because we're also hearing that there might be separating some ministries, works and housing, some of those ministries, humanitarian affairs, women affairs, all those, they might be splitting it so everybody might have one ministry to head. Well, we're going to watch and see whether that will reduce the cost of governance or not. But waiting for the president to present his ministerial list, and we'll watch and see how that pans out. As soon as that list drops, we'll be looking at it with you on our new channel, News Nation FM. It's going to be an online radio. You're going to be participating. It's our real audio expression of First News Nation. I'm really excited to introduce that to you. You're going to be hearing from us in a few weeks. Thanks for joining us, and don't forget, comments are welcome. Drop them in the comment section below. I'm Sammy Ajufo. Thanks for watching. Do all you can, be all you can, but as much as you can. Till I see you next time, do your very best to stay safe.